Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fun Food Fridays. So, Dr. Shan, what are we doing today?
Well, we will be salutations to your audience and people watching this video in future. Uh, as you know, I'm a pharmacologist by training. I worked in pharmaceutical companies for 40 years and at NIH for 19 years. My passion now in retirement is Ayurvedic cooking and Ayurvedic medicines. Food is medicine, as you know. So that's what we are going to do. Making it in a different way. Everybody makes slightly differently, which is perfectly okay. So we'll go with this step by step, and I may have to get up, and you may miss my face.
That's okay. We know you're there.
Yeah. So what I did yesterday, I soaked this beans. There are 5 different kind of beans here. They were only very small quantity. Now it's 3 times more when they are soaked overnight. So that's one of the ingredient.
Can you tell us what are those 5 beans?
Oh, lima beans, lentil beans, black beans, and kidney beans. There are about 5, 6 of them. On mung beans. So this, there are beans, but this is the king of the beans.
The black beans.
This is black beans.
So and it's very important, you guys, when he talked about soaking the beans, it's very important that you soak your beans and your seeds and your nuts before you consume them, because that releases what we call the enzyme inhibitors. You know, Mother Nature thinks about all of these wonderful things, and she creates these little enzyme inhibitors to prevent these beans from sprouting before you want to use them, right? That's why the wonderful squirrels, they pack their nuts away. It could be for a long, long time. And so in order for you to be able to access the nutrients in the beans, you need to soak them first. I soak them for at least 24 hours.
So at least 24 hours is better, but 48, 72 hours is okay too.
Yeah, I soak them sometimes for days. It depends on the temperature that's in the house, you know. And remember when you're soaking beans, remember to rinse them at least twice a day. So you don't just put them in there and let them just do whatever, because that'll make them spoil. So you are able to soak them to release the enzyme inhibitors so that you can access the nutrients that are in the beans. Okay, what else?
If you don't have the dry beans, you can very well come to use the canned beans. There are many kinds of canned bean in America, and you can use 1 or 3 beans or 1 bean. It's your choice. Okay. Now I'm going to add this bean to the blender. I don't know the situation here. Okay. Well, this is my blender here, if you can see it.
Yeah, we can. Right. We're gonna hear it. Let's put it that way.
I am adding some oatmeal. Oatmeal, and I'm adding 2 mushrooms. Mushrooms.
Okay. Which type of mushroom is that?
This is a baby bella. Yeah, baby bella.
Okay. And the oatmeal, is it cooked oatmeal or is it uncooked?
This is cooked one. This is
steel cut oats.
Steel cut oats.
Yeah, you don't have to hold it so close.
Sure. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit of peppers too. I cut it yesterday evening just to save time.
Okay, nice.
And you can add a little bit of whatever amount. The amount can vary from person to person. The ingredients can vary. So I'm putting this the spinach or any green, kale, collard, spinach, Swiss chard, broccoli, you name it, or Swiss any vegetable is wonderful. Now I'm going, and this is a mixture which will become like this after I blend it.
Okay.
after I blend it. I forgot to bring, but this doesn't matter. The idea is shown here. So this will become like this. This is a mixture of 5-6 vegetables
Uh-huh.
and beans. So
Uh-huh.
this is a mixture.
So that's
This is
after you put it into the blender?
yeah, after blending it, that's what it will become. I froze it last week, and I'm going
Uh-huh.
to use it just to save time. This
Uh-huh.
is this has a little bit of rice, beans, oats, lentils, a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of ginger. Everything is here.
So when you're blending the beans, do you add some kind of liquid?
Yes, I will add a little bit of liquid. Actually, thank you for reminding. A little bit of liquid is good. I added about an ounce of turmeric tea,
The
hot
turmeric tea.
water,
Okay.
or hot water.
Uh-huh.
And
Very loud.
I'm loud.
It'll be just saying, telling her it'll be. She knows, but it'll be extremely loud.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we're ready. We're
All
ready
right.
to rock and roll.
Okay.
I don't think we're putting it. To look at the. There's an arrow.
Yes, this is arrow here.
So, ladies and gents, the beautiful thing about this, as Dr. Sean was saying, is that you can create a lot of this and then make portions of it and put it into your freezer to use at a later date. I always tell people to do what we call bulk cooking, to cut down on time and to make it more likely that you're going to make these types of healthy meals. And we understand that you don't have that kind of time every day. But if you do a bulk batch of this stuff and you portion it out and put it into your freezer, voila, you've got food for like a week.
That's just for time saving purposes. If somebody have a lot of time at his or her hands, they can do it every day. It doesn't really matter.
For the average person, Dad, she's saying this will be a lot of prep.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So now we turn the machine on.
Is it plugged in?
It is not plugged in. Okay.
This is how life is, you know. That is how you know that we are not AI. We are not computer generated bots. We are real live people doing this. And sometimes you're in your kitchen.
Keep going on.
So this is blending now.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at those colors. Gorgeous. Oh, so notice now that he's just pulsing it. He's not turning it on.
I think eventually it'll go into a high pulse on its own. On its own, I think it goes into a pulse.
Nice.
You're gonna have to.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the next step. Here is my container, which I'm going to add some of this mixture from the frozen one from last week, or I can take out from here.
Yeah, and the main thing is for anyone to not get fixated on like these exact ingredients. It can really be whatever you want.
Very true. Yeah, this is a pure fun. So I added about 3 scoops of this mixture here. And now any grain or any flour. Okay, let me take this flour. Okay, so this is chickpea flour. Chickpea.
Awesome.
Or you can use buckwheat or any other rice flour or sorghum flour or oat flour or any flour.
Can you use like coconut flour?
Yes. Yeah, I used to use that. Yes, sure. Or almond flour or nuts flour. And now I'm going to, could you start demonstrating there for the activation of the spices? That's the most important part of the demonstration.
You're not on the stove yet.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, looking good. We can see it.
You see it. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just want to demonstrate the process. I'm adding very little oil. That's one thing. Extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil, about 1 teaspoonful.
Mm-hmm.
And once I feel it is warm, I'm using my hand. So
Mm-hmm.
it is slightly warm, which is good. So I'm going to make a little bit extra amount of these heat activated spices, but
Okay.
the amount can vary from person to person, the type of spice they want to use,
Mm-hmm.
and too much of anything in Ayurveda is not good.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
always about balance, everyone.
yes,
Always about balance. It's like the Goldilocks
this is
principle.
coriander. I took a 1
Mhm.
spoon of coriander, about 5 grams. This is soft. I think they call it any seed. Soft is, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay. And as I say, I'm making a little bit more amount than I usually do because I can reuse it.
Dad, I'm gonna
Okay.
take you out of this thing for a
Okay.
second.
Now, this is garam masala. This is about 15 spices in it.
Wow, that is amazing.
Right. And I'm adding a little bit of this chili powder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm adding about half a spoon of turmeric, about 2.5 grams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the important thing is just mix it. And I have taken it off the heat. See, this is almost activated. All these thousands of phytochemicals and fiber here are activated. That's the very important part of the Asian cooking or Ayurvedic cooking or Chinese cooking or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So the activation is by the heat
Yeah, the heat.
And oil.
and the
A little
oil.
bit of oil,
Okay.
little bit of oil, which some
Mhm.
people put more oil, but I usually don't put too much of oil because
So which oils are best to do this activation process with?
actually any oil is fine.
But no, excluding so like any non-inflammatory. So like not a vegetable oil, but like you could use like organic virgin oil or avocado, grape seed, any of those. Like anything that has a high heat tolerability.
Very
Mhm.
sure.
And then
So
and then
could they use coconut oil?
yeah, they could use coconut oil
They
too.
can.
Yeah,
They
just
can.
yeah.
Smaller quantities are fine.
Okay.
So now this step is done. Now I'm going to mix a part of it about 2-3 grams, 5 grams, whatever it is. I don't have the balance.
So is that like a teaspoon or a tablespoon?
Yeah,
It's probably
so.
a teaspoon. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
approximately. Yeah. So I'm adding it to my mixture here.
Let's see if I can.
And then how do you store the rest of it? Because you said you made a big batch of it. So how would you store
There are
it?
many ways. If you're using it within 2 or 3 days, you can refrigerate. Or if you're using it after a week or so, then you can freeze it. And
Okay.
you can make cubes out of it, or you can
Oh,
make a small lumps or whatever. So there
that's
are
a good
many
idea.
ways of doing it.
Nice idea. Good idea.
Okay. Now, this is what it will become after cooking.
Yum.
Yeah, it is really especially if you eat it with yogurt.
And
Oh,
you can use it with turmeric or any sauce, or with your turmeric tea
Or like a hot sauce or,
or
a
hot sauce.
yogurt.
oh, yum,
So
yum, yum.
let me just take it out from here to here.
Okay.
I'll show you the process again.
So, Dr. Sean, I
Yeah.
was curious.
Yes.
I've heard about things like vata and pitta and kapha, right?
Yes.
In terms of the different body types.
Yes.
This particular dish, is it better suited for certain body types?
Actually, it will restore in all body. Ayurveda in low doses will work under every conditions of what you just expressed your views on it. They, yes, it's not something which is only good for one type. And but best thing is individual variations do happen. They try it for few days with the smaller doses. Then you may increase the dose, double the dose of anything, whatever you want, and just be a pharmacologist.
Right, you're doing your own clinical study of one in
Right.
your diet and
Yes.
in your medicines, I guess.
And I tell everyone that the best laboratory in the world is your
the kitchen.
Dad, let her speak.
Your kitchen. I'm telling you, that is where the healing begins. Body, mind, heart, and spirit. We've got to get back in the kitchen so that we can have fun with our food. And that's why we are bringing this to you every week, Fun Food Fridays, because we want you to get back in the kitchen and look at the kitchen as your lab, as well as your playground, where you can have fun and you can nourish yourself and the people that you love.
So this is cooking.
This is cooking. This is this one here.
Oh,
and
God.
This is already cooked. I made it 10 minutes before.
I can just smell all of those spices. I'm just like, I wish I were there.
And if anybody has any question, put on the YouTube. This one is going to YouTube. I'll try to answer there. I'll get the links of these presentations. Don't hesitate to ask questions. I'm here to serve. America gave me food, shelter, and clothing, and beyond. For that more.
As an aside, I wanted to just add one thing, Dad, real quick. I'm not going to get on the camera because I'm not dressed appropriately, but in eating this way, so 2 years ago, I had really bad lingering long COVID, and I was almost like debilitated. So I, as a last like ditch resort, ended up watching 2 documentaries, What the Health and Game Changers, back to back, and they emphasize the benefits of a whole foods plant-based diet, which was really daunting to me as what I called a raging carnivore my entire life. But I did it because I was kind of desperate and at my like wit's end for what to do. I had tried everything and probably seen like 20 specialists, and I went whole foods plant-based, and I happened to have my blood done back to back, like 2 months apart. And in 2 months, my inflammatory marker, my CRP went down 67% in just 2 months. So yeah. So, and a lot of people don't believe that my dad he's almost 79 years old and a stroke survivor. So this way of eating certainly helps people.
And that is why we're doing this, you guys, because this is literally a matter of life and death. I'm not exaggerating. We want to make sure that you realize that you are empowered to heal yourself and your family. You do not need to wait on the government. You don't need to wait for any special programs. You don't need to wait on your medical doctor. You are empowered to transform your health by accessing everyday foods that are around you that we have undervalued. And now, with the help of Dr. Naresh, we are going to bring this to you every week so that you can take back your power, reclaim your kitchen, and have fun with food on Fridays.
Now I'm applying some mango chutney, homemade chutney.
Ooh, you're gonna have to show us how to make that one.
And I'll next time I can do that.
Yeah.
It's very easy. Most of the things in this kitchen, they are part of my life, and I'm part of them.
Yes. So if you have any questions or any thoughts or any ideas that you would like to share with us, please feel free to comment, and make sure that you like this video, share it with others, and ring the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we go on live, because we would love to see you live with us. And you can come on live with us each week and ask questions in the right timing. So until next week, have fun with your food, and jump in that kitchen and let's get cooking.
Awesome. Food is medicine.
Food is medicine.
Bye.
Thousands of phytochemicals.
Okay, Dad, she did the ending already.
Okay.